Just another front porch day. Woo, just another front porch today. Just Vicki trying to play electric guitar. Oh yeah, I'm trying to play electric guitar. Because I have one. Happy anniversary to me and to Tay, and this is my present. And you know, someday I'll know what I'm doing, and I'll have good tone, and I'll know what effects I want to use, and I won't always have just like this stock little delay thing. But for now, that's what I have, because I just got it yesterday and had basically no time. Thank you, Tay. How cool of a present is that? And how cool of a wife is that? So here we are. Well, it's a marvelous day for a moon dance with the clouds up above in your eyes. Oh, avant-garde version. A fantabulous night to make a romance. Beneath the cover of October skies. Well, all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow, and I'm trying to place to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. And every time I touch you, you just tremble inside, and I know how. Oh, I was thinking of a chord and forgetting the note. How much I want you that I can't hide. Well, can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you? Oh, my love. Oh, yeah. Oh. Every time I touch you, oh, I tremble inside. Oh, how much you want me back, I can't hide. Come on and sing along. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just have a little more, little more, little more, little more romance with you? Get that hair out of my mouth. One more moon dance. I'm gonna end this song now. It's the only scale I remember from my college jazz studies. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Front Porch Thursday with loads of hair in my mouth, and I'm hoping to get a haircut soon because some good things are happening. So there's some yays. There's some yays I have for today. It's been a really emotional morning for a number of reasons, and here are some of them. Yay, yay for the COVID relief plan. Yay for spring on its way, really here soon. Yay for vaccinations. I heard we were up to 3 million a day. Does that sound right? Yay for them. I haven't gotten mine yet. Let us know if you've gotten yours. Yay for people still wearing masks and honoring social distancing protocols because we are not out of the woods, but yay. So there's just yays. Those are big. Those are all really, they're all big things. And then I just got into, as I was working on the show this morning, I just got into a gratitude mindset. And I want to say that I think people are starting to look forward at a time when we can do some of the things we used to do, and even looking forward past some of the things to looking at kind of the things we used to do in our life. And it made me realize that I had put a lot of things kind of stuffed away somewhere in me, like what it's like to play music with friends and with people. And I came across this video. So I want to say I'm grateful for all the people that I've ever made music with in person, whether at camps or at campfires or just totally at a friend's house or, in a recording studio. All the many ways. And I came across this video from Swannanoa Gathering 2019, 8 months before the World Health Organization declared a world pandemic. And we were just having an amazing jam session. And this is really lousy quality audio, so we're not really playing the audio, but what you hear happening is this thing that happens when you're in the room with people, where somebody does something and then that inspires you to call and respond, or respond in a different way, or add a harmony, or jump in with a shaker, or suddenly come up with another like strange line. Whatever it is, it's like that stuff happens when you're in space with people together. So listening to that today brought me kind of just to tears, like, wow, I had buried that. And I'm so grateful we've had this show, episode 45 maybe? Episode 45, we've done this 45 times, including today. And, it's given me and Tay a chance to connect with some of our artist friends, some of our music friends, certainly with you all out there, and we're so grateful for that. So that's one of the things that came to me today, this morning. And I saw that video and listened to it, and I just basically teared up. So stuff is coming. Oh, man. I am grateful for my life partner of 28 years. Today's our first anniversary. So, when you meet and you start being a couple, that's an anniversary, right? Whether you're gay or straight, that's still that's like your anniversary. Or, I don't know. Some people may make an anniversary, the first time they spoke or the first time they, whatever. But anyway, for us, we stopped being friends on March 11th, 1993. And we had been friends for 10 years before that. So, yeah. So, we've been together all that time through thick and thin and all the crazy things you go through in life. And we've had 2 cats and a dog so far. We'll see what happens. And our official wedding, our legal wedding was in 2012. And some of you may have been there. And for that occasion, I asked Tay, I basically said to Tay, if you don't take out your banjo and play with me, I don't know if I can go through the wedding. It was kind of a make or break it. It was kind of deal breaker. So Tay's a banjo player, y'all. She doesn't tell anyone. And she didn't even play for me for all these years. So anyway, she agreed, begrudgingly. And we wrote a song that really condensed our very long story of how we actually finally did break the barrier between friendship and marriage. And we wrote this song called Wait an Hour and Bring Something to Do. And it really does. It just takes the story and puts it into one verse and a chorus. And we sang it at our wedding. And should I read the lyrics before or after? Before. I'm going to read the lyrics to you because I don't know if you'll understand. And they're really cute. And they really do kind of tell the story. Some things are left out, like what does it really mean, wait an hour, bring something to do? But nonetheless, you'll get the gist of it. So here's the chorus. Wait an hour and bring something to do is what I said 28 years ago to you, because I'm a coward and I knew I'd never have the nerve to make the first move. Now that's the chorus. The one verse. 30 years ago, we met in New York City. We were both young and skinny and pretty. Working together, became good friends, kind of felt love, but decided to pretend that we didn't really feel this way until Charlie came to you, her brother, and had to say, "Hey girl, what's been going on between her and you? You're always together, sticking like glue." You said, "Nothing's going on and nothing ever will." Then you were in shock and you sat real still. Then you said, "Honestly, nothing has gone on. Nothing ever will go on, but I wouldn't be opposed to it." Well, then I said, back to the chorus, wait an hour, bring something to do, is what I said 28 years ago to you, because I'm a coward and I knew I'd never have the nerve to make the first move, and I have to kind of say these lyrics with a slight southern twang because she's southern and we're in North Carolina. So are we ready to play them the actual footage? This is such rare footage to see Tay Hoyle playing the banjo. Ha! Here we go. Enjoy. Wait an hour, bring something to do. What I said 21 years ago. But I'm wait a minute, wait a minute, wait an hour. Bring something to do is what I said 21 years ago to you, because I'm a coward. And I knew I'd never have the nerve to make the first move. 30 years ago, we met in New York City. We were both young and skinny and pretty. We became good friends, kind of fell in love, but decided to pretend that we feel this way until Charlie came to you and had to say, "Hey girl, what's going on between her and you? You're always together, sticking like glue." You said nothing's going on and nothing ever will. Then you were in shock and you sat real still, and then you said,
"Honestly, nothing has gone on. But I wouldn't be opposed to it."
And then I said, wait an hour. What I said 21 years ago to you. 'Cause I'm a coward. And I knew I'd never have the nerve to make the first move. I'd never have the nerve to make the first move. Thank God you had the nerve to make that first move. You think you can sing along? Yeah! Wait an hour. Bring something to do. What I said 21 years ago to you. And I knew I'd never have the nerve to make the first move. Tay Hoyle on banjo. So that's our song, and I do think that somebody famous could make it a hit. I don't know. If you are somebody famous, you want to make it a hit, that'd be cool. We're gonna bring on our favorite weather person from our favorite Brooklyn weather station. If she's ready to be with us, is she ready for us, Tay? We're gonna bring on
Vicki.
Kelly Bedwell. What's happening, Kel?
Hello, Vicki.
Hello.
Hello, Vicki.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Stop it.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high. Oh, come on. There's no corn growing here. Forget about it. We're in Brooklyn. Anyway, here we are in Prospect Park, Brooklyn. This is Kelly Bedwell reporting to you from WKFU, your Brooklyn weather station. All right, so first things first, happy first time, whatever, anniversary to Vicki and Tay. Here I am. I'm going to tell the weather. Okay, so here in Brooklyn, the reason I'm so happy in a t-shirt is because it's going to be 66 degrees, possibly 70. You know how meteorologists, which I am not, get so excited about any kind of weather. Okay, low 54. Okay, the next couple of days like that. Saturday, high 59. Okay. First day of spring, March 20th, 46 degrees. Wah, wah. But that's okay. I know spring is going to come. Okay, down there in Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, high of 70 today, the low of 50. The next couple of days, Saturday, high of 60. First day of spring, 55. So here's a shout out to our guest, Kaki King. Okay, Vicki's guest. Weather in Atlanta, Georgia, her hometown. High of 74 today. Tomorrow, high of 78. Low 53. Sunday, 80. Oh, perfect weather. First day of spring, 62. Now, the big news is in Denver, they're going to have a monster snowstorm starting tomorrow night. I read somewhere that it could be the biggest storm since 1885. Climate change is real. Anyway, they might get up to 2 feet in Denver and 3 feet in Boulder, and up in the mountains, 4 feet. That's crazy. So I don't want to go on too much with my gloom and doom, although it's really all of our gloom and doom. But the ocean is warming. The air, it's terrible. And we got to do something about climate change. Now, maybe I should offer some solutions sometime. Also, take a look at my new website designed by Tay Hoyle, WKFU, BrooklynWeatherStation.com. Okay, Vicki?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's it for today. This is Kelly Bedwell reporting to you from WKFU, New York. Enjoy this one nice day. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Cal. Thank you so
Welcome.
much. All right. Here's a quick story about long relationships because we're celebrating. So we're going to bring Kaki King on right after this, so don't go anywhere. Michael McConnell and Jack Baker got married in 1971. People, 71. They did marry, but were again legally married, although they were legally married the first time. But they got another legal marriage happening in 2015 after the same-sex marriage law was passed. So they first just, one of them proposed to the other, and the other said, I can't remember which way it went, whether it was, who was it? I don't know if it was Michael or Jack. Anyway, the other one said, I will only marry you if it's legal. This was in like 67 when the proposal happened. And so they tried, and they tried to get a marriage license and were unsuccessful. So they came up with this plan. One of them adopted the other one. Which one did it? Okay, McConnell McConnell adopted Baker, changed his legal name to Pat Lynn McConnell. Pat is a gender-neutral name, a they. So, with a gender-neutral name, McConnell, by himself, applied for a marriage license, got one, filled it out, did all the doodads you do, and they were legally married. Now, afterward, they actually filed in a different county than they originally did, a different county than they lived in. Afterward, the Hennepin County attorney convened a grand jury. That's where they married, in Hennepin County. which studied the legality of the marriage but found the question not worth pursuing. Jump to the present, and that first marriage in 1971 has, since the Same-Sex Marriage Act has passed now, that first marriage of theirs is considered to be legal. So legally, they have been married over 50 years, which is really, really cool. So Michael and Jack, you guys rock. Yeah, I know it's a little strange, the whole adoption thing, so then you marry your child. But you know what? You do weird things when you have to. What's that phrase? Desperate times require desperate means. So there you go. Okay. All right, I'm putting my headphones on. I'll put my headphones on for a minute. I'm going to take this beautiful Strat off of me. And I'm going to make a formal introduction to our guest. You know, I've been playing guitar for a long time, and I developed this slap tappy thing that I do, you know, open tunings, da-da-da-da-da. I didn't learn from really anyone, but I was inspired by the sounds of the guitar and the open tunings, and Joni Mitchell got me into open tunings, and so I started doing this, messing around when I was 15 or so, and this was like 100 years before Kaki was even conceived. So I was just doing this stuff and gradually, you know, worked on some songs and got it so I could slap tap while I was singing, and I did all this stuff, and at the time, you know, you want to be recognized, and you know you have these fantasies, and I was like, man, God, wouldn't it be cool to be like on the cover of a magazine, like Acoustic Guitar magazine or something? You know, this was just wild fantasies, you know, because I have this thing. Well, then I learned about Michael Hedges. Michael Hedges is really cool and did all kinds of tunings and harp guitars, and he was really he wasn't the first one to do open tunings, but he became a real cult-like figure, and he was doing stuff with a spirit that was just really original and profound. And I hadn't heard of Michael, and someone said Michael Hedges. I was like, whoa, yeah. People said often, you know, wow, you sound like the female Michael Hedges. I was like, oh, wow, cool, but okay. Doing my own thing. And at some point, I started hearing about this person, Kaki. What is that? Is that a man, a woman, a boy, a dog? I don't know. Kaki is an interesting name. I was like, Kaki King. Whoa, people started talking. And then, like, I would realize she was getting a lot of notoriety for her guitar playing, and it was this really interesting stuff. And then this happened, and like I got really, really, really upset because I really wanted to be like the first woman with an acoustic guitar doing something different on Acoustic Guitar magazine, and I just kind of began to brew this like envy bubble inside of me. It was really nasty. It was not good. It wasn't fun. It wasn't pretty. You know, I'd never met Kaki. I didn't know, but there she was. She was on the cover of my magazine. Whew. Okay, calm down. Just calm down. It's okay. It's okay, Vicki. You're all right. All right, so then there was a NAMM show right after that, and she was the featured buzz thing. She was it. Everyone was into Kaki. And I was really troubled. And anyway, long story. I'm going to make it a shorter story. It's a very long story. I have come to know Kaki. I love her. I adore her. She's so sweet. She's like one of the most open-hearted, kindest people you know. I love every magazine cover she's ever been on. Believe you me, she's been on tons of them. And I'm just really thrilled that she's, you know, I can call Kaki my friend, and that she agreed to come on and hang with us today. So just come on, girl. Come on. Come.
I'm here.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming out of your house and into your downstairs.
Yeah, it was no problem. How are you guys? Happy anniversary. Congratulations.
Thank you. We're good. You know, it's morning on a Thursday, and we're always a little frazzled, but we're good.
I mean, it's 12:30. You guys are slackers.
Yeah, I know. You're up. So why are you always up so early? Tell me.
I work out and I tutor troubled kittens, and I perform some various surgeries on plants that need it. No, I have children, and they wake up and they're just awake, and they're here because COVID, and then we're here. We're just here.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So it's been a year with COVID and
it's been a year with two oddly, like, they're still young. Like, they were young then, and now they're still young, but they're older. They're 6 and 3, not 2 and 5. Wow. So we're gaining something.
Wow. Well, okay. I know that it's been really challenging, and there are lots of people out there having had to deal with, how do you handle COVID, pandemic, kids, work, touring, traveling? But like, can you tell us, is there one thing that was a beautiful thing that came out of being with your kids for this year? And if not, make it up.
No. No, their bond is really cemented itself. Normally it would be so hectic and going from place to place and activity to activity. I mean, we would just be so busy. We're busy people. And then this year allowed them to find their real love for each other and their real friendship. And I learned, like, that in order to maintain a relationship, you need space. So figuring out how to, just allow them their space to love each other and to hate each other, and to, but it's really, that has been a blessing to witness that.
Cool.
Every day.
Yeah. So their relationship has kind of evolved over.
Oh yeah. Well, my son was 2.5 when this started, so he really had to grow into a little kid during this time. And my daughter, so he learned to hang, basically. He learned to hang and to share and to get along and to play with her pod friends, and he made some friends his size. Anyway, it's been beautiful to see. I never ever otherwise would have had such an upfront view of that.
Yeah. That is precious.
Yeah.
So I think, were you in the studio right when the pandemic hit? Like right when they shut everything down?
Oh yeah. I like a year ago, I was halfway through making an album that came out in October, and yeah, the studio was right down the street from me, and it was really just 2 people. Mm-hmm. So we decided to keep working even though New York had locked down, and we were being careful, but I mean, we didn't know. So at the end of the mixing process, I think we mixed the last song remotely, and at basically the last mix was approved, and then they called and said, one of us has a really high fever, just so you know. So we all got COVID.
Oh crap.
But I mean, it was cool to be an early adopter. I got in before it was really popular.
Yes. How many albums have you done totally now?
I've done 10.
Yeah.
10, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things I really, really admire about you and love about you and just look forward to about you is that you just go different places. And
yeah.
To me, it seems like there's almost like an impatience that you have. Like, I don't want to go where I've been. I want to go somewhere else with this instrument.
Well, it's funny because there's so many great musicians of all kinds that have made the same record 15 times.
Yeah.
And I think not like consciously, I didn't want to make 10 great solo guitar records, because eventually they'd be like, well, this is kind of sounding the same. Because at a low volume, solo acoustic guitar all sounds the same. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Scientifically proven that if you turn, no matter who's playing, no matter how good, how bad, if you turn down solo guitar, like the frequencies they literally all sound the same. So distinguishing oneself from others is kind of important in that sense.
Yeah. Wow. So I don't know. Do you want to why don't you just play something to start with, and then I'll ask you some more music questions, if you don't mind.
Totally. So this is from that new album. It's called Default Shell. I'm in a weird position, so let's see if I can pull this off. All right, here we go.
Cool. Hey,
Yo,
can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, cool. That was awesome. That was
Thank
awesome.
you.
Can you tell us a little bit about your right hand nails? Can my
Yeah.
picture be in there with her, Tay? Yeah.
These are my talons. They're very good at starting oranges.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's hard to start an orange, but these guys
Totally.
get right in there. That's really mainly why I wear them, to start oranges and digging out boogers.
Yeah, they're great for that.
Pretty good for that. No, these. So actually, you will understand this probably, but I mean, you will totally understand this. I learned guitar partially from those Hal Leonard.
Yeah, Hal
tapes?
Leonard, yeah.
Hal Leonard books, and I guess it was a tape series. Or there was another one. I can't. Anyway, so there would be various guitarists, and they'd have like 3 songs on a VHS, and they'd have accompanying tablature. And so I got into some of these, and one was Martin Simpson. He was an English guitar player, amazing, and his interpretations of Irish folk songs, and it just incredible. But he literally broke it down the way I'm about to break it down for you. And this is the first time I'd ever seen this or heard of this. But he had this really fluid playing, and I noticed he had nails on. So he explained, and this is what I do. You go to a nail salon. Some people DIY this. I prefer to have the pros do it. And I get they know how to perform this particular thing. And they'll glue on a very long plastic nail, which becomes sort of the extension in the bed. And they'll cut that to size. And then layer by layer, it's acrylic powder and glue, essentially. So you're just building up this thick layer of acrylic. For me, there's a really fine line. I think we nailed it down to 5 layers. Because too thick, it's bulky. Too thin, it doesn't sound good. It's like having a really thick pick.
Yeah.
And then the tops get smooth. And the real key to this, and I will caution anyone to not, you can't just walk from the salon after having just done this and play. You need to file and file and file and file. I probably spend half a day filing and polishing and shaping the nail so it's flat underneath.
Right.
And that's really the key. So basically the surface underneath this way is like as flat as a pick, and then this side should be smooth so it flecks off. That's my nail process.
Wow.
And it's a commitment. It's a lifestyle. It's you learn how to, you grip things with your palm and not your fingers.
How about computer typing?
Computer typing gets a little, it's okay. Phone is harder. Piano gets clackety-clackety. You can't go bowling. So you really you have to commit to it. But it has, I think, truly made the difference for me. In my first album, I recorded without nails, and I can hear it. I'm like, God, that would have been a completely different sound, and I would have just been able to get a lot more volume and power and precision. Yeah. If I'd had nails. So I started wearing them after the first one.
Yeah. I'm with you on what it brings to the playing. I resisted for years and years and years. I wanted to be a naturalist, and but my nails break all the time. So I couldn't even, in school I was learning classical. They were horrible. But anyway, I decided to do it. I tried acrylic, and then I opted for UV gel, which to me were a little softer. And I had a great, I don't know which her name is, nail woman in Jersey, and she found the right amount of layers, like you're saying, because if it's not enough, they're going to break when they're UV gel. They're a little softer. But I've got all the equipment here because I haven't been, and I have failed. I've been without my nails for a year, and I'm really tired of being without my nails. They're really a part of the thing that we do on acoustic guitar.
Well, and kudos to people who can really pull it off themselves. I'm hopeless with my left hand trying to fix that stuff. But when they opened up the nail salons here, I was literally the first in line. I was first customer. Yeah. They said, we knew you would be there.
If I was in Jersey, I'd be back. But yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, nails are it's like the secret weapon, I think.
It's pretty.
Because You
go. I didn't mean to cut you
Well,
off.
I've taught people, and I've done workshops, and I've met some amazingly very, very talented, competent players, incredible. And a lot of times the only thing that is between them and mastering one of my tunes
Yep.
would be the fact that they don't have the nails on,
Yep.
and that's it.
Yep. Play us another, please.
Can you play this one with me because I'm in the
hell yeah.
tuning?
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So, do you want to make it have it be a secret and talk about it later, or should we talk about what you're gonna do?
Why don't we do it and then we can talk about it?
Cool. All right. So, this is also from this new album, and it's called Godchild because I have a godchild. I was lucky enough to be named a godmother, and so I have more children than I could possibly need. So if anyone needs any, I have an excess.
We talked about kids in the mail yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can,
That there was a time when if they weighed under 50 pounds or something, you could actually mail a child.
I think this is such a good idea. I can't even tell you. At least they should have you could check them in under the plane or something, just give them a blanket. God, it'd be so much
I hope
easier.
your children never get to see this show.
I have said so much worse to them this morning. Okay, so let's not worry about that.
Okay. All right. See you
All
at
right,
the
here
other
we go.
side.
All right, cool.
Hey, that was a beautiful,
Hey.
beautiful, beautiful song. That's called Godchild, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
How was it for you?
it was awesome. What are people saying, Tay? Do they like it?
Yes, exquisite. Paul Zimmon says sounds great.
Exquisite. Somebody said exquisite.
Love contrast between the two guitar tones.
Oh, contrast between two guitar tones. Thank you. This is so cool, Kaki, because first of all, we had to mute me so you couldn't hear me, but people kind of know that because that's what we do on this show. In order for us to play in time for you all, if Kaki heard me, I'd be all out of time. So she doesn't get to hear me, but this was the first real piece of music that I got to actually play my new Strat on. So that was like such a
So
gift
cool.
for me. Thank you. And I bunked into this beautiful guitar of mine with the passerelle. How do you say passerelle? Passerelle. How do you say it?
Passerelle.
Passerelle.
I say passerelle. Yeah. Just put some soft cheese in your throat and say it.
Yeah.
Well, the luthier that I make it with is she's French, so
I figured.
passerelle is.
Yes. And is that Rachel Rosenkrantz?
Yeah, Rachel.
Rachel. Rachel.
Rachel Rosenkrantz.
Rachel. So tell folks a little bit about that, the passerelle, because I have used it before, but I think it's so awesome.
You know, it's super simple. It's a bridge that goes underneath your strings. Actually, I have one sitting here. I didn't even know, but it's got a groove on the bottom that fits on top of your fret, so it stays in place. Mm-hmm. And then really what we did is, I've seen people use this in many different ways, from Sonic Youth to Brazilian musicians, and really I've heard it used as a noisemaker many times. So it's what we did is we figured out the spacing for the strings and the height in order for it to stay somewhat in tune. So if you put it at the 16th fret, you'll have a perfect fifth, an imperfect perfect fifth. And
yes,
and that's just really nice for tune making. So you get this really cool sound. Could you do a bend or something?
Yeah,
It's pretty fun.
Shoot, come on, girl, get a grip. And what I love is you can get both notes at the same time.
Yeah, and you can even use a bow. So, it's not it's just a really fun tool to have, especially since it's not another instrument. It's just something that your guitar can already do, and it takes it to a different place.
Yeah, really, really cool. And then you have some pieces on some of your recordings.
I do. Yeah, I think I have three out there.
On the new one, anything on the new one with it?
Yeah.
Yes.
A track called Teak.
Yes, I actually saw the video for that too. That's great.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Hell.
Thank you.
Hey, what do you want to tell us about that's just on your mind or in your heart today?
That's a good question. So I think a lot it's been hard to be in the same house with the same people because I'm really used to traveling and, whatever. We all know these things. But the person I think the most about these days is actually Iron Man, because I did this weird interview a while ago, and it had some sort of Marvel theme, and I knew nothing about Marvel characters or comics. I had seen Iron Man 2 in the theater with some indie musician. You don't know. Anyway, I don't even know their name. This is my reference to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I decided to watch all the movies, and I realized they're really kind of profoundly good. And so my wife and I started. She had never seen any of them, so we started with it's a world, right? So we started with Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Black Panther. Who am I leaving out? All of these. Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and then there's Avengers, Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. And it was over 2 weeks long, where every single night we watched a 3-hour movie.
Wow.
And if you do that, your brain transforms into that. Like I live in this world now of good and evil, and there's aliens, and they might come to get me. And where is Captain America? What's going on with the gang? Has Falcon fixed his suit? Is he going to be the next Captain America? What, Spider-Man? Anyway, so
Yeah.
so there's this big thing that happens, and it's really at the end of this, and you're just like, how is it that I'm so I didn't expect to be so taken away and obsessed by a bunch of ridiculous superheroes. So I just recommend to anyone that hasn't done this, it's a gift to yourself of watching all of those movies in a row and then like watching Endgame, and it really is kind of cool and special.
Wow, I'm very, very inspired to do that now. What do you think, Tay?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Like, I've seen some of those, but not all of them, and just doing
Well,
them
you
like
also
that.
like you stop caring about the details, and you just sort of think it just becomes fun rather than like, oh, I'll, in a land where like, this guy has like a nuclear bomb in his heart, implanted in his chest. You just stop caring about the fact that he just discovered time travel and decides to go back and save his friends. You don't worry about the nonsense.
Right.
Anyway.
Right. Very cool. Very cool. So that's what's like alive in you today. That's great. Thank you.
That's alive in me today. Yeah. It's more positive than what's been alive in me in previous days. So
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you exclusively play Ovation guitars, or do you have some others in your arsenal that are different flavors?
I have so many guitars. It's ridiculous.
I don't think I've ever seen you not play an Ovation.
Really? I mean, I definitely, I mean, like, even here is some sort
I
of
see that.
thing that's
Hanging.
yeah, I have a lot of, I'll say this, I have a lot of interesting guitars, and I use a lot of different guitars on recordings. And I can even tell these days, like with that last album, the Ovation sound is it's almost getting to the point where it's a little too much recording wise, because it's that dry, vibey sound. However, these guitars are so good on the road. I can't
Yeah.
I can't stop. They're so reliable. They're so sturdy. It's just, I've never had any issues. They sound great in all kinds of weather and all kinds of settings. There's nothing. I do nothing complex or complicated. I don't bring a heavy set of preamps or other things with me.
Right.
They just sound amazing, and they're really and they're even. They're very very well well mixed guitar. Every note is the same volume.
Yeah, that's really important.
It's really good for stuff on the road. So
Yeah.
these are my road warriors.
Yeah. Does anyone have any questions for Kaki? It's such a nice opportunity to have your attention here.
Tell them to write some questions.
Yeah, if anybody
They're
does.
saying they want to see you and her do a duet CD.
Yeah. So we have a request from my fans that you and I do a duo CD
What in the world is a CD?
album
What in this universe?
recording. How about
are
we do it?
talking about?
How about we write a song together? You want to?
I would love to do that.
I'd love to do that.
I am not putting it on a spinning plastic disc, though.
No, you should not.
We are.
Should not do that ever again. You shouldn't do it. Now,
We're not doing that.
for your new release.
But I would love to make an album with you.
Well, I'd love to do something. I'd love to at least start with a song. I think
Sure.
it'd be really fun and awesome, inspiring. We'll do that. Why don't you do another for us?
Okay.
It's a beautiful tuning. baby. I love that.
Thank
I
you.
love that. Oh God.
You know what that's called?
What's that called?
Can't touch this or that or you or my face.
Wow. How did it get named that?
I have no idea. Actually, Ali Todd, who's an amazing Scottish classical flamenco player, named that for me because we were talking about the record right around COVID.
Yeah.
Like right after lockdown had happened, and so she named that song for me.
Say it again, the name.
Can't touch this or that or you or my face.
I love it. Yeah, and we've had Allie here on the show, and she didn't even tell us that, for God's sake.
What?
You know,
She's amazing.
Another common thread you and I have is that besides we play acoustic guitar with nails, preferably, we were on the La Guitarra CD together. That was a really cool project.
That's right, Patty Larkin.
Yep, and Patty's going to be here next week on the show. Too bad we couldn't all be here together. But yeah, she's going to be here. And Al Petaway, by the way, sends his love to you. Yeah,
Al
because
Petaway's the nicest.
so we have that in common too. That we were at Swannanoa Gathering. Were you a teacher there too?
I wasn't a teacher. I was a student twice, which is where I met Preston Reed, who like basically showed me everything I needed to know, and then we got drunk.
Yeah, That's Swannanoa is good for that. So yeah, Al sends his love, and Patty too. And wow, we got 1 minute. So I think
Somebody
has a question about the amp behind you. What is that amp behind you?
This is a car amp. It's they're a boutique amp, and it's a car Mercury 5, I think Mercury, and basically it's adjustable wattage. So you can, I have a knob where I can actually adjust the wattage, so I can get really, really beautiful distortion at a very low volume level, which is perfect.
Wow, cool.
For a small studio. So yeah, I love this amp.
Very cool. And I have one question, then I want you to play one more song if you don't mind. Do you mind?
No problem.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Okay. My last question for you is this. Are you looking forward to gigging solo, or are you looking forward to doing some gigs with other people? And if so, who would they be?
My dear friend in North Carolina, Vicki Genfan, wants to do a gig. No, I want to play with as many people as possible. Are you joking? Like I've never loved being a soloist in that way that's isolating. Mm-hmm. It's great. It has good and bad things, but I really, really am missing humanity.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of it's funny this year, the people I think about most are not you and me. We've done it. We've been there. We've had this stuff. Like if it ended today, it would have been great. Yeah. But the people I think about are like young people who this would have been their year.
Yeah.
And there's two guitar players, and they're really good at Instagram, and that's intimidating. But one is Melanie Faye. Mm-hmm. I know she's in Atlanta right now. She and I are probably going to play together live in April at Georgia Tech.
Cool.
Which is really fun. And then another one, Yvette Young, is this amazing.
Oh, she's incredible.
Talented on every single possible level of the universe. But I think it would be really, really cool to, because she's got this just really interesting math rock thing she does with her band, and I would love to do something in that kind of vein with her, although she's very, very versatile in many ways. But yeah, like that's kind of, that's who I want to connect with, because, for so long there were no other women. And I don't, my heroes are men. I think that there's not a gender problem for me, but when I just think about it, I was like, when I started doing this, like it was you, and I don't know someone else, like there just wasn't any kind of critical mass. Yeah. And there's it's very different in terms of just being able to get in touch and reach out and say, oh, I love your stuff. And now it's totally changed. Yeah. So connecting with a whole younger group of amazing players, amazing women, amazing whatever, I think that's what I'm looking most forward to.
Awesome.
In a post-pandemic life.
Wonderful. Love that. I'm going to because I'm running a little late, I'm just going to say a special thanks to Gold Tone Music, who are helping us give away a little M-bass guitar here. So if people share this before we leave, which is about 5 minutes, share the live stream, I can't get it out of its case, but you can win this baby, which is so cool. Someday I'll really play it. And check out our Guitar Cloud Symposium deep dive that's coming up in March 20th. How to get the good gigs. Really cool stuff. Jennifer Batten did it again. Amazing curriculum, amazing instructors. Kaki, you're going to do one more song for us. Mwah.
Thank you so much, guys. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
This song's called Puzzle Me You.
Yes. 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 You hear me? Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Oh, you rock.
Thank you so much for having me, man.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for being here, and I'm gonna totally take you up on whatever you offered to do with me, play or write something or whatever the hell that was. We're gonna do that because I'd love it.
That sounds great.
All right, get back to your surgery on plants. And enjoy the rest of your day. Can't wait till you're out and about. And people, if you don't know Kaki stuff, don't be silly. Just like go find some of her music and listen to it all day long. She's also, what's that?
The link is below.
Yeah, link is below. And
thanks, guys.
Thanks. Ciao, Kaki.
Big love.
Yeah, big
all
love.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, she the best. All right, we're running a little over today. Here is our quote for the day. And in honor of my wife and our little family that we have and the moments that are so important and so meaningful and just kind of fly by, I held my breath, as we do sometimes, to stop time when something wonderful has touched us. One of my favorite authors, writers, poets, Mary Oliver. Thanks, everybody. Patty Larkin next week. Be here. See you. Mwah. And happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. These are cupcakes for my wifey, and we're going to eat them right now. Whoa, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.